Welcome back dear student and Jai Swaminarayan. Today in this video we will discuss about what do you mean by the spherical lens, what are the different types of the spherical lens and some important definitions regarding a spherical lens. So in the previous video we were discussed about the diffraction. To use the principle of the refraction we made a spherical lens, right? So what do you mean by the spherical lens? Let us discuss, right? A spherical lens is nothing but a transparent medium bounded by a two surface of which one or both the surface are a curved is called the spherical lens. A transparent medium bounded by a two surface of which one or both the surface are a curved is called the spherical lens. So in the spherical lens we use a transparent medium like a glass, like a jelly bean, right? And in this transparent medium bounded by a two curved surface or one curved surface, and this type of the formation of the transparent medium is called the spherical lens. So dear student, spherical lens is nothing but a transparent medium. We use the principle of the light refraction, right? We produce the image with the help of the spherical lens. In the later on we will discuss about how the image produced by the different spherical lens. So now what are the different types of the spherical lens? So dear student, we know that the inner spherical lens there is a transparent medium or one or both the surface are a curved type. So in the spherical lens, if the one surface is a curved and another surface is a flat plain surface, right? This type of the lens is called the plano-convex lens. So in a spherical lens, if the one surface is a curved outward direction and another surface is a plane, this type of the spherical lens is called the plano-convex lens. So this type of the spherical lens, this one is the transparent medium and the one surface of the transparent medium is a curved outward direction and another surface of the transparent medium is a plane. So this type of the spherical lens is called the plano-convex lens. But if both the surface is a curved outward direction, in a spherical lens, if both the surface is a curved outward direction, this type of the spherical lens is called the biconvex lens, or we can say the simple convex lens. So here this if the both the surface is curved outward direction, the spherical lens is called the bioconvex lens or a simple convex lens, right? Instead of this, if the one surface of the spherical lens is a curved inward direction and another surface of the spherical lens is a plane, this type of the spherical lens is called the plano concave lens, right? Not a convex, it is a plano concave lens. And if both the surface of the spherical lens are a curved inward direction, it is called the biconcave lens, or we can say that the concave lens. So dear student, understand all the four types of the spherical lens. This when the one surface is a curved outward direction and another surface is a plane, it is called the plano convex lens. If both the surface is a curved outward direction, it is called the biconvex lens or simple convex lens. If the one curved surface is a inward direction and another surface is a plane, right, it is called the plano concave lens. And if both the surface is a curved inward direction, it is called the plane biconcave lens or a simple concave lens. So we use here convex lens and concave lens. So mainly the lens are divided into the two types, convex lens and the concave lens, right? So what do you mean by the convex lens? So in the convex lens, it is a thin from a corner and thick at a center, right? The convex lens are a thin from a corner and thick at the center. At the edge direction it is a thin, and at the center it will be a thick, right? So this type of the lens is called the convex lens, or it is also known as the converging lens. So here in the convex lens, when the light passing through the convex lens, after refraction the rays of the light is converged at some point, right? So this type of the lens is called the converging lens also. So in the concave lens, what do you mean by the concave lens? When the both the surface are a inward direction, right? Both the surface are a curved inward, the lens is called the concave lens. So the concave lens is thick from the corner, right? The concave lens are thicker at a corner and thin at the center, right? So when the lens are thicker at the corner and thin at the center, the lens are called the concave lens. And so it is also called, the concave lens is also called the diverging lens. So when the rays of the light are passing through the concave lens, after refraction the rays of the light are diverted, which are away from each other. So the concave lens are called the diverging lens and the convex lens is called the converging lens. So dear student, now we will discuss about some important definition regarding a spherical lens. Definition is true for both the spherical lens, convex lens as well as the concave lens. So let us see some important definitions regarding a lens. So dear student, we know that a lens, a concave lens or a convex lens has a two spherical surface, right? So both the type of the lens has a two spherical surface. Convex lens also has a two spherical surface, as well as the concave lens also has a two spherical surface. So in that concave lens or a convex lens, center of curvature. What do you mean by the center of the curvature? The center of the imaginary sphere of which the curved surface of the lens is a part of a sphere is called a center of curvature, right? The center of curvature is the center of an imaginary sphere from which the curved surface of the lens is a part is called the center of curvature. So suppose if you want to consider this, right, convex lens. In this convex lens, if we consider this surface, outer surface, this type of the outer surface, it is a part of this imaginary sphere. So it has a center of curvature at that point, and this surface is a part of this imaginary sphere. So this center is also called the center of curvature. So dear student, in the lens there are a two center of curvature, C1 and C2, right? If we considering the outer surface, the center of curvature at this side is a C1, and if we consider this outer surface, the center of curvature at this side is a C2. So the convex lens and the concave lens has a two center of curvature, right? Similarly, if we consider the concave lens here, right? So if we take this spherical surface is a part of this sphere, and the center of this imaginary sphere is called the center of curvature. So concave lens and the convex lens. So dear student, lens has a two center of curvature, right? So now next is in case of the concave lens or a convex lens, right? There are two center of curvature indicated by C1 or 2F1 and indicated by C2 or 2F2. So in this convex lens, right, two center of curvature C1 and C2. Similarly, in this concave lens, two center of curvature C1 and C2, right? The center of curvature is also denoted by 2f1 also. In some textbook, the center of curvature is denoted by 2f1 and 2f2, right? Second important point is the line passing from the imaginary line passing from the both the center of curvature is called the principal axis. So what do you mean by the principal axis? The imaginary line passing from both the center of curvature is called the principal axis. Similarly, in case of the concave lens, right, the imaginary line passing from both the center of curvature is called the principal axis. So dear student, next is a center. The center of the lens on the principal axis. The center of the lens on the principal axis is called the optical center O. Similarly, in the concave lens, the center of the lens on the principal axis is called the optical center. It's denoted by O. So dear student, understand what is the principal axis and the optical center. The imaginary line passing from both the center of curvature is called the principal axis, and the center of the lens on the principal axis is called the optical center. Now another important point is the principal focus. When the rays parallel to the principal axis passing through the lens after refraction, it will diverted at a one point, and this point is called the principal focus. So in case of the convex lens, when the rays parallel to the principal axis are after refraction, it will converge at a point. This point is called the principal focus. So lens has a two principal focus. So if we incident a ray from this side, after refraction it will converge at this point. So this point is called the principal focus. Similarly, on the other side, this point is called the principal focus. So in this concave lens, when the rays of the light are parallel to the principal axis are incident on the concave lens, the rays are diverted from each other and it will appear to pass from this point. So this point is called the principal focus. So concave lens and convex lens has a two principal focus. Concave lens and the convex lens has a two center of the curvature and a two radius of the curvature. So dear student, here what do you mean by the radius of the curvature? The radius of the imaginary sphere for which the spherical surface of the lens is a part is called the radius of the curvature. Or we can say that the distance between the optical center and the center of the curvature is called the radius of curvature R, right? So lens has a two radius of the curvature, lens has a two center of the curvature, and lens has a two principal focus. Understand here all the definition regarding the lens. Now let us repeat once again all the definitions. What do you mean by the principal axis? Before principal axis, center of the curvature and the radius of the curvature. So what do you mean by the center of the curvature? The center of the imaginary sphere for which the spherical surface of the lens is a part is called the center of the curvature. So lens has a two center of the curvature. So what do you mean by the radius of the curvature? The radius of the transparent sphere of the curved surface of the lens is called the radius of the curvature. Or we can say that the distance between the center of the curvature and the center of the curvature and the optical center is called the radius of the curvature. So this distance, if we considering the center of the curvature at C1 and optical center is O. So distance between the optical center and the center of curvature is called the radius of curvature. So now what do you mean by the principal axis? The imaginary line passing from both the center of curvature C1 and C2 is called principal axis. The imaginary line passing from both the center of curvature is called the principal axis. Now what do you mean by the optical center? The central point of the lens on the principal axis is called the optical center. The center of the lens on the principal axis is called the optical center. Understand, dear student? Now next, principal focus. What do you mean by the principal focus? When the rays parallel to the principal axis of the lens are refracted through a lens and converge at a point on the principal axis. So when we consider a convex lens, when the rays parallel to the principal axis are incident on a lens, after refraction, the rays are converged at a point, and this point is called the principal focus of the convex lens. Similarly, in case of the concave lens, right, when the rays parallel to the concave lens, after refraction, it will appear to diverge at a one point, and this point is called the principal focus of the concave lens. Understand, dear student? Now what do you mean by the focal length? The distance between the principal focus of the lens and the optical center of the lens is called the focal length. So distance between this principal focus F and the optical center O on the principal axis is called the focal length. So dear student, here the focal length of the convex lens is considered as a positive, and focal length of the concave lens is considered as a negative. That we will see in the sign convection, right? So understand, dear student, all the definitions regarding a lens. Remember all the definitions regarding a lens with the help of the ray diagram.